quick run, needed a direct hit. He responds late, Milan, but he's running to the other end, so he's all right. But it was a scurry. He had to get those legs moving. Oh, that would have been tight. We would have been going upstairs.
What is evident and really caught my eye from the word ago is that this pitch is beautiful to bat on. It's an excellent pitch to bat on. And the man on screen can be a dangerous one if he gets in. Yeah, I know he's played a few deliveries, 13 for 14, not his usual style of play. So he's probably just taking the measure how the pitch is behaving. So far, it's coming nicely onto the bat.
That's good running, very good running. Yeah, it's surprising you talk about the pitch, but it's exactly the same pitch that was used on day one, which is pitch number 4. But what we found is that in the first game, the pitch there was a little bit of bounce and seam movement, and there was even something there for the spinners. Out, 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 out.
Disappointment from the skipper, Imrul Kais. But happy moments for Mohammad Amir and company. That's when we're talking about how good this surface is. He hit it straight to the cover. Gone. Success. Yeah. Taking the pace of the ball is the indication for Mohammad Amir. Another one bites the dust. Imrul Kais gone for 2. Comilla, 46 for 3.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, play your job. Let's one expert, yes it's right. We are gonna win tonight. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. We are gonna win tonight.
Left turn over, 3 to come.
Zakir, just 24 years of age, another one of these young, talented Bangladesh players, making a name for himself in the BPL. And he's greeted with a bouncer. And a good one.
Well, he's here because of this. He's taking the pace of the ball and went through the shot.
One bounce.
Determined because it was pitched up. Well disguised delivery from Mohammad Amir. And straight in the hands of Akbar Ali. Look at the reaction. He knew that such a good pitch to bat on. And he's missed out.
Nicely bowled again. He's a wily campaigner, isn't he? He's been around the block now, Mohammad Amir. He's got pace, he's got swing if it's there, but he's got a lovely change of pace with some cutters. He identifies what's required for the surface and applies it very early on.
And what a terrific spell he bowled in that very first match, the match number 1 against the Chattogram Challengers.
Bounced a little bit. That's the end of the power play. 47 for 3.
এখন লাইফবয় শুধু ভাইরাসের বিরুদ্ধে সুরক্ষাই না, সাথে দেবে 300 টাকা মূল্যের ডাক্তারের পরামর্শ ফ্রি। প্রতিটি প্যাকের সাথে পাবেন রবি হেলথ প্লাসের সহযোগিতায় 300 টাকা মূল্যের ডাক্তারের পরামর্শ একদম ফ্রি। একটা মিসড কল দিন এই নম্বরে। করোনা ভাইরাস থেকে সুরক্ষা আর ফ্রিতে ডাক্তারের পরামর্শ শুধু লাইফ বয়ে।
Well, they lost the toss, the Victorians, and they were inserted by Mashraf Mortasa. Now that Imral Case, the captain of the Victorians, wanted to bowl first, and you can understand why. They 3 down inside the power play.
Coming boys, coming boys.
3 down, and we know that those statistics weigh heavily in the favour of the opposition team if you lose 3 wickets inside the power play. So work to be done.
In search of a partnership, Comilla Victorians. One thing good for them is that the man on screen, David Malan, is still there. And he'll be probably hoping that he can play till the very end, because he can really take on the bowling in the last 5 or 7 overs.
Well, the runs column is half decent, and they got off to a good start, couple of boundaries. Just unfortunately for the Victorians, it's the wickets column. Tisara Pereira, the first man to get into the wickets.
Very close, Imad, very close, Imad.
Short cut got off to a decent start. In the previous game, he was 16-21, so you can understand why he wanted to get on with things. But today, Imad Wasim had the better of him, and then it was the skill of Mohammad Amir. Oh, here's trouble. Here's big trouble. Oh, both teams made a mess of that.
Would have been a disaster. But he survives. David Malan was not interested at all. They needed a direct hit. The keeper himself, Mushfiqur Rahim, just a little bit wide. The problem was it was not collected cleanly. He just couldn't collect it. It still was an opportunity. Had he collected it, I thought he was gone.
I'm not sure anyone's going to want to take the blame for this, but you could probably find a reason to give each and every character in this play the blame. Is it a run? David Malan's watching the ball. It probably is a run. Mushfiqur Rahim has thrown it a little bit too full for the oncoming fielder. That's just a touch too full. But you would still expect the fieldsman to gather that.
Oh, lovely, man.
A bit of calmness. A bit of calmness comes to the fore. 7 gone, 51 for 3.
বন্ধু সিম চালু করলে 10 জিবি ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, 30 দিন মেয়াদে মাত্র 200 টাকায়। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Up and middle. This is center.
Oh, it looks pretty at the moment, except for the captain. Captain went for 15 in his first over. Now there is a bowling change, as the skipper says, I'm back. He comes on from the Ispahani end. Malan wants to, but will only get 1. He's got to play a very measured innings here, David Malan, because 18 of 17 suggests not a good strike rate, but because there's 3 wickets down now, he's got to take a huge amount of responsibility on these shoulders. But he's experienced, he is quality, and You certainly know that he'll try and bat a little bit deeper now, not take as many risks, and then look to accelerate a little bit further on in the innings. But if he takes a high risk now and gets out, what can the Victorians get? That's the problem. There's just Mossadegh and there's Mohammad Nabi to come, maybe a bit of Kushdil Shah, but not huge amounts of batting.
I mean, that's what they need to do. You're spot on, HD. Knowing the kind of experience that Dawid Malan has, it'll probably take a little bit more time. That's fine, because still in the 8th over, you don't really want to lose another wicket at this stage of the game. Remember, in that match against Rangpur Riders, they only managed to score 142, chasing 176. So the runs have not come.
Yeah, another good run there, hitting it to the right hand of Imad Wasim. He's still capable of hitting boundaries, don't get me wrong, but I think there'll be more sort of your conventional cricket strokes rather than him looking to take boundary fielders on. He's a lovely timer of the ball, but there's no doubt that if he's in here past the 11th, 12th over, we'll see that acceleration again from the left-hander.
Yeah, they just need to get into some sort of momentum, because they started quite nicely, didn't they? Picked up boundaries at will initially. We mentioned that this pitch is very good for batting, but if you do start to lose wickets, then the game plan changes. To look forward to not only Dawid Malan, but Zakir has to stay there also. And whenever there's an opportunity, they need to pick up a boundary. It's been 16 deliveries since the last boundary.
Well, this is what you hope that your overseas player brings to the table, is a bit of level-headedness, some maturity, some understanding of the game, and that young players like Zakir will learn from that, in seeing how he just, as we refer to, gears down his innings, knowing he's got a huge amount of responsibility on his shoulders. Well, I hope he doesn't hit the next one in the air and make us all look foolish.
Bit of an adjustment in the field. On the onside, he wants the fine leg fielder to go a little bit squarer.
Cutter into the surface again from the skipper. He's gone for 6 singles in that over. 8 gone, 57 for 3.
No stress, no tension. এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন পিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে।
Now that's interesting, because that's how simple the single is. The last over, it was virtually identical, and there was an awful mess.
Lovely boys, lovely boys. Something gonna come, boys. Something gonna come, boys.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. No real difference.
I'm happy with
We've
one,
seen
boy.
Punching one down the ground
That's
for a
good, boy.
single.
Chalo, chalo.
We saw it earlier. Have a look at this. This is the run-out chance. And went to the same direction. It's off the pads. And he refused that single.
And he goes big. And all the way. That's beautifully struck. Not satisfied with just nudging it around for singles. There's a boundary.
The first 6 comes in the 9th over from the bat of Zakir Ali. That's a good shot. Picked up the length very quickly. and heaved it over mid-wicket for the maximum.
ये लेंथ भाई
Come back.
धीमे करो ये लेंथ मत छोड़ो Kami Madi right in front, that one right in front, boy. Hit those pads.
Oh, that's gone fine. That should run away for 4. And does a good over, a real good over this for the Victorians. A big towering 6 over mid-wicket. A leg glance for 4. Sees the end of the 9th over or not. We one short. We got another delivery here. So 12 off the over so far.
Tom!
Yeah, he boarded this a little bit quicker. It's 100 Ks.
Tom!
And it's a very fine glance, as you mentioned. Just a tickle, enough to take it to the boundary. But perhaps just even for spinners, taking the pace of the ball can do wonders for them.
They just moved that fielder there. So a dot to end the 9th over, and it's about now where Mushraf Mortaza will say we need to have a chat, and so we have a strategic timeout.
আজকের খেলা সন্ধ্যা 6টা 30 মিনিটে চট্টগ্রাম চ্যালেঞ্জার্স বনাম খুলনা টাইগার্স।
নাগরিক টেলিভিশন সম্পূর্ণ বিপিএল দেখাচ্ছে।
যখন মাঠে ক্রিকেট শুরু হয়ে যায় তখন কিন্তু একটা সিরিয়াস বিজনেস। ম্যাক্সিমাম ম্যাচ হবে মিরপুরে। রাইট ক্রস তো নিশ্চিতভাবেই।
একটু কি সেখানে ম্যাচের সংখ্যা বাড়ানো যেত না?
সবচেয়ে বড় আসর বিপিএল নিয়ে নাগরিকের বিশেষ আয়োজন ক্রিকবট। দেখবেন বিপিএল এর প্রতি খেলার 30 মিনিট আগে। নিবেদনে এক্স সিরামিক গ্রুপ, সহ নিবেদনে রংপুর রাইডার্স।
বিচ ক্লাব ড্রাইকেক নিবেদিত পথে প্রান্তরে আপনাদেরকে স্বাগত।
বিচ ক্লাব ড্রাই কেক পথে প্রান্তরে দেখবেন শুক্রবার সন্ধ্যা 6টায়। নিবেদনে বিচ ক্লাব ড্রাই কেক। আজকের খেলা সন্ধ্যা 6টা 30 মিনিটে চট্টগ্রাম চ্যালেঞ্জার্স বনাম খুলনা টাইগার্স।
নাগরিক টেলিভিশন সম্পূর্ণ বিপিএল দেখাচ্ছে।
যখন মাঠে ক্রিকেট শুরু হয়ে যায় তখন কিন্তু একটা সিরিয়াস বিজনেস। ম্যাক্সিমাম ম্যাচ হবে মিরপুরে। রাইট ক্রস তো নিশ্চিতভাবেই।
একটু কি সেখানে ম্যাচের সংখ্যা বাড়ানো যেত না?
সবচেয়ে বড় আসর বিপিএল নিয়ে নাগরিকের বিশেষ আয়োজন ক্রিকবট। দেখবেন বিপিএল এর প্রতি খেলার 30 মিনিট আগে। নিবেদনে এক্স সিরামিক গ্রুপ, সহ নিবেদনে রংপুর রাইডার্স। আগামীকালের খেলা দুপুর 1টা 30 মিনিটে ফরচুন বরিশাল বনাম রংপুর রাইডার্স। আগামীকালের খেলা সন্ধ্যা 6টা 30 মিনিটে ঢাকা ডমিনেটরস বনাম সিলেট স্ট্রাইকার্স।
Well, this partnership has built nicely. 23 off 21. 3 down already. David Milan is 21 off 20, and Jacarelli's played nicely. Here's the captain. Still content for his singles, the left-hander.
At this rate, 153 is on the card, but they'll be hoping that they can get across 160. And they need to score 160 plus to throw the challenge to Sylhet strikers.
What is enough against the Sylhet strikers? Yesterday or day before yesterday, they knocked off over 190 against Fortune Borishal. Granted, that was in a night game, and what we've seen is that the surface heavily favours the batting teams at night. And that the surface does offer a little bit. It does offer a little bit for the bowlers during the day. Although this one seems a little bit better for the batters.
It is. I said it right from the word go. The moment we saw the first ball being bowled on the surface, I thought this is a really good surface for batting. And that's what the fans are here for. They want to see 4s and 6s. He's only hit one boundary in his innings of 22 now, David Malan. He's had a good look, good measure of the pitch. You expect him to go and crack on. Made his T20 international debut for England in 2017. A second ball 6 and a 78 of 44. Busted to 1,000 runs in T20 international in just 24 innings. So he's done it.
Oh no. Oh, it needs a direct hit. That's twice now. That's twice there's confusion between the two batters. And on both occasions, the strikers have not taken the opportunity.
Yeah, he knows it. Straight to the fielder, a little bit of a misfield, but he was out of the crease. The keeper, where was he? Mushfiqur Rahim should have been close behind the stumps to collect that throw.
He's found him 3 in a row now. He's timing it well.
He just cannot find the gap on a couple of occasions, on 3 occasions. Now this is the run-out chance. Ball watching. Keeper too far behind. Should have been closer to the stumps. He survives.
Good over from the captain. Just 3 runs from it. That's 10 gone. 72 for 3.
ওয়াও, পার্লারে গিয়েছিলি? না তো। তাহলে এত গ্লো কিভাবে? গ্লো লাভলি থেকে। শুধু গ্লো লাভলি? এটা কমায় ডার্ক স্পটস, ডার্ক সার্কেলস আর রোদের মলিনতা। গ্লো এর জন্য সবকিছু এক ক্রিমে। গ্লো লাভলির মাল্টিভিটামিন ত্বকের গভীরে প্রবেশ করে ডার্ক স্পটস, ডার্ক সার্কেলস ও রোদের মলিনতা কমিয়ে দেয় এইচডি গ্লো। গ্লো এর জন্য সবকিছু এক ক্রিমে।
We are at the halfway stage where the Comilla Victorians are 72 for 3 in 10 overs. Rizal, who had a wonderful time, Rizal Raja, who had a wonderful time so far, bowled with good pace, great penetration too. Did get wickets for the Sylhet strikers, but this is a slightly different situation. We've generally seen here where the teams batting first, they've struggled a bit. But it's the second game that the batters have really enjoyed themselves. This is Rizal Rahman Raja's record. Very, very impressive. Now this man, David Malan, 23 of 25. He's taken his time. How would he react for the second half? He starts off with the boundary. That's a very good shot. So Curtly Ambrose with me. I'm sure you'll agree that that was an excellent shot.
It certainly was. Shortish delivery. Pitched an off stump and was slapped away to a wideish mid-on position with some authority as well.
Yeah, the timing was good. He hit it in front of square. Tells you that he had time to play that shot. No great devil in the pitch. Down the leg side, did he glove it? They're very confident, but the umpire is saying it's a wide. Look at Mushfiqur. He is straight away wanting that review. Now this is interesting.
The keeper, the bowler, and all of the players. Good legal delivery, no problems with that front foot. But they were all confident that the batter got a touch to it. Umpire called wide. This is going to be interesting, Roshan, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the wide call, it's so close to the gloves. It's absolutely close to the gloves. Now the question is, did it brush the glove as it went through? The wicketkeeper was very confident. I wasn't sure the bowler was, but let's see.
Yes, out.
What was it touching? Was it touching the thigh pad? It appears to be under the glove as it passes. We need a little bit more help to understand that. The third umpire certainly will be counting on a little bit more in terms of technology if they do have.
Certainly went under the bat. Looks like it touched the top of the thigh pads. It may be better from this angle. Looks like it touched the top of the thigh pad, Roshan.
Yeah, I think it turns out to be a very good call. That split screen showed us that though the initial reaction appeared to be close to the glove, well, it's a good decision by David Milnes. The Englishman standing in, and his call as a wide was good.
Certainly was a good decision, but I'm not so sure that would have been a wide. Looked like it appeared like it touched the thigh pad, and if it touched any part of your body, it cannot be called a wide. So that could be an error on the part of the umpire.
You're right, you're absolutely right. For a moment that slipped away from my mind. We've all focused so much on the catch, but yes, it appeared to be a deflection. I'll tell you that Comilla Victorians, they would have had their hearts in their mouth. But this man is such a key player here. Rizal Raja has generally bowled that length. He looks a skiddy fast bowler. I'll let you talk about him. Nice run up, strong action. Looks a bit skiddy as he comes on a little bit quicker than he actually looks.
Very deceptive. Doesn't look like he's bowling that quickly, but he's certainly generating a bit of pace.
Zakir on strike. Runs now. This second half is so important going into this final analysis of the Comilla Victorians game, because we do know that the surface looks good, the outfield's quick, and the T20 game has evolved into such a unpredictable nature where 80 runs, 70 runs in the last 5 overs, very gettable.
Predominantly a batsman's game, T20. And I reckon the supporters, the crowd, want to see runs being scored.
Bowled. That was a cutter. Look at his feet. His feet went nowhere. He played from the crease. That was a clever change of pace.
Certainly was a brilliant delivery. Expected something a lot quicker than that. Was caught in the crease, as you quite rightly mentioned. Didn't miss by much. Very, very good bowling.
2 balls to go in the over. I'd love to talk about the skills that fast bowlers have developed with the advent of the T20 game. Again, not really rushing in. In the past, bowlers or batters would get intimidated by the short pitch, really quick delivery. But now they've changed it so much. The cutters, the slow balls into the pitch, the wide Yorkers. There's so much of variety that bowlers have developed over the evolving of this game.
And that is so important because you don't want to be just one-dimensional bowler. Batsmen will get too accustomed to you. So all the variations make you so much more rounded as a bowler, where you keep batsmen thinking they're not sure what you're coming with.
Last ball of the over. A slow one. Pace of the ball, only a single. They'll have 8 of the over. It's 80 for 3.
আজকাল খুব হাত খুলে খরচ হচ্ছে মনে হয়। হাত না, আমার চোখ খুলে গেছে। অ্যালোভেরা যুক্ত সার্ফ এক্সেল সাধারণ পাউডারের তুলনায় প্রতি ধোয়ায় লাগে মাত্র অর্ধেক, তাই 500 গ্রাম চলবে 1 মাসেরও বেশি।
Well, quite a few. It's been covered around the world. And the Bangladesh Premier League is drawing a lot of interest, a lot of eyeballs falling on it. Plenty of top broadcasters picking it up, not just in Asia, but around the world. And certainly, I'm sure you must be enjoying it, watching it. Some really high-quality cricket being seen, both by, not just by international players, but some really talented and upcoming young Bangladeshi cricketers too. We've seen some established ones. Very impressed with the younger ones coming through. Real talent has been seen in this Bangladesh Premier League, and it tells you that Bangladesh cricket is in very good hands. Tisara Pereira. Pace of the ball again. Just a single.
Quick chance, quick chance! Mid wicket back, quick chance! Hey, dip it, dip it!
Right-hander Zakir Ali on strike. He's got 2 men out, in fact 3 men out on the leg side and 2 on the offside, so he'll go wide of the crease and look to try and angle it into the right-hander. That's his natural angle, Tisara Pereira. Doesn't really take it away too much, but this is sensible. Just trying to get Malan on strike. He's the key here.
And that's what it's all about in terms of a batting partnership. If there's a particular batter who's really going well, your job is to get him on strike as much as possible.
That's a poor delivery. Now, I'll tell you, Comilla Victorians need a few of those boundaries, preferably at least 1 or 2 per over, to try and get into something competitive, because at the current rate, they'll be under 150. They need at least 160 to feel comfortable.
Badly lined delivery, was pitched short on leg stump and was swung away down to the fine leg boundary for 4. Not very good bowling. Much better delivery that time. The margin for error is so small. If you're slightly off target, you're going to go for runs. It's a quick outfield as well.
Yeah, this outfield has been given real value for money. Shots have been travelling. And anything in the gap. Again, pace of the ball. Just a single. At this stage, I can tell you that Sylhet strikers wouldn't mind it. Singles, 7-8 runs and over is perfect for them. But they got to guard against are those boundaries. They haven't really hit too many 10-4s and 1-6 only in this inning so far. The partnership just better than a runner ball. That's because the Comilla Victorians were in a spot of bother. But time now to look at accelerating. Dot to end the over. 87 for 3.
বেশি। নো স্ট্রেস, নো টেনশন। এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে।
Runs and dots in the Comilla Victorian innings, 25 dots in 12 overs. And look at the boundaries, just 10 fours and 1 6. They'll want to improve on that. Rizal Raja, beg your pardon. Again, pace of the ball. Now, that seemed to be the problem with Malan. He's not finding those boundaries. He's finding more the fielders, even of deliveries that begs to be hit.
That's one of the hallmarks of a great batsman. They know how to find the gaps. And Malan at this point not doing that effectively enough.
Oh, this is better. This is better. That should be the plan. Zakir Ali looking to take him on. Length delivery with pace on it. And that was perfect.
It was a good strike. It was right in the arc. He went for it, hit it well enough to take it over the boundary rope for 6. That's probably the second 6 of the innings. And he did enjoy that one.
He cleared that front leg. It was on a length. That was the key as far as he was concerned. And he had pace to work with. That was 140. 26 of 20 for Zakir Ali. Swing and a miss. Now that is a rather poor shot.
A little bit over ambitious, I would have thought. Wasn't the right length for the shot. Could have easily got an edge, but that was good bowling. Good comeback after being hit for 6.
This behind BPL T20 2023, which is powered by Minister in association with Nagad. Turning out to be very interesting, very impressive. Spoken about the quality of the younger players in particular, of local younger players, that is. Swinging it away on the onside, only a single. Just 8 of the over, 1 dot in between. They need to finish well, Comilla Victorians. 7.5 is at the moment the run rate. The partnership is 49 of 44.
I don't think the Comilla Victorians would mind so much in terms of the run rate. 7 and over is pretty decent, which means they would probably get to 140 if they can maintain that. But still got a long way to go.
Again, into the pitch. That's called a wide. The 50 partnership.
Belatedly called a wide. Seemed like it was an afterthought. And that was one for the over signal as well. That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, pace of the ball, just pulling into the pitch. Let's take a look. Was it the leg umpire that called it? No. Yes, I think it was well over his shoulder. Yes, leg umpire confirms it. On height, I think it was fine. I know you were referring more to the line, which was much tighter. Wants a single here, could be trouble. Oh, David Malan hadn't really crossed that red line, so he was able to get back.
The running between the wicket hasn't been that good. Too many near misses, some ill-advised singles. They need to work on their running between the wickets. The miscommunications. No way there was a single on there.
Last ball of the over. That could also be a result of players not knowing each other, not playing with each other. David Malan and Zakir Ali would have never batted before, wouldn't really understand little things.
I take what you're saying, but at the same time, you should be able to judge a single.
That's true. Straightforward ones. Punch to the man at extra cover. Not great fielding, but no real damage. 96 for 3.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, play your drum. Let's one expert, yes it's right. We are gonna win tonight. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. We are gonna win tonight.
বন্ধু সিম চালু করলে 10 জিবি ইন্টারনেট 300 মিনিট টক টাইম 30 দিন মেয়াদে মাত্র 200 টাকায়। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Oh well, the Comilla Victorians are starting to look up here. 50 of 47. That's a decent platform. Now they can build on this. They need to have wickets in hand. But they got 2 set batters. That's the good thing. Always good to have set batters at the wicket. Right, I think it's time now to join Shamanoy, and let's see whom he has.
Thank you. Yes, I've got with me the chairman of Sylhet Strikers, Mr. Sarwar Ghulam Chaudhary. A fantastic start to this edition. 2 wins already, a big win last match and a big game today. Your thoughts?
Alhamdulillah, it's a dream start. As a Sylheti franchise owner and a fan, he cannot expect better than this.
Absolutely. So Sylhet, still looking for their maiden DPL trophy, and you've come with a team, with a balanced team, with youngsters from home and abroad, and a very new package for the Sylhet franchisee.
Yes, all credit goes to Almighty Allah, and then secondly, Mashtari Bhai. He's been guiding us from the very beginning, and taking all the youngsters was one of the major thought behind our team building process. Like, we don't want to just put a team there that has no future in it. If you see, few of our guys batted so well last match, and they became the major star in the team. And this is what we want. We want to progress in our country with our player, not just the foreign ones.
Yeah. So on that note, good start on the field. What's going on off the field?
It's amazing. The feeling is obviously, right after the match, we're going to the hotel, we're celebrating. This has never been with Sylhet, so it's a culture we are building.
And on that note, we'll be back to the combox.
Right, wicket number 4 and a big wicket here. David Malan. Short ball. He tried hard to clear the line, but pace of the ball, that was the problem.
Didn't get hold of it the way he would have liked, and went straight down the throat of the fielder at the long on position. Easy catch in the end, and that's a big wicket that he was going well. Malan is gone for 37, 99 for 4.
বল তো হাতে ম্যাগনেটের মতো আটকে গেল, চেহারায় ধুলোবালিও আটকে গেল, আর গ্লো হাওয়া, এগুলো ম্যাগনেট দিয়েই দূর কর। কিভাবে? গ্লো এন্ড লাভলি ফেস ওয়াশ দিয়ে। এর ম্যাগনেট অ্যাকশন ত্বকের গভীর থেকে ধুলোবালি দূর করে, আর মাল্টিভিটামিনস ত্বককে উজ্জ্বল করে দেয় ডিপ ক্লিন গ্লো। গ্লো এন্ড লাভলি ফেস ওয়াশ।
Mosadek is the new batter. 99 for 4. There is 6 overs left after this one. Straight away it just looks to launch it. Speaking about the batting styles, I think we can discuss it next over. Take another look at that dismissal. 100 for 4 at the moment.
Went for it, didn't get hold of it, succeeded in finding the fielder at long on. Easy, comfortable catch. He will be disappointed, Malan. He was going well. Probably a little bit of frustration crept in.
Last ball of the over. Nicely worked. I like this batting by Zakir Ali. He's far more skillful. Not about just hitting boundaries. Good over. 101 for 4.
ব্রাইটলক টেকনোলজি যুক্ত নতুন রিল যা আপনার আর আপনার কাপড়ে আনে নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা।
Right, we're into the last 6 overs. 101 for 4. Nabi to come in, Kushdil to come in. They're the batters that can. Nabi in particular is very good against spin, but below Kushdil, that's the problem. So that's where this batting needs to go deep. Imad Wasim.
Lovely.
The point I want to make about batting is T20 cricket is not about just hitting boundaries. It's about being skillful. It's about looking for other things in the midst of those boundaries. Let's look at Mosaddeq Hossain. His strike rate is all right, 115, a best of 60. But the modern day, some of the modern day batters tend to think that it's all about hitting boundaries, and in the end they sometimes lose that initiative and also hand out dot balls. Another single.
You're quite right, Roshan, because that is something I've spoken about for years. That is not all about hitting boundaries because it's a T20 game. But what I find over the years, a lot of batsmen will think it's all about boundaries. In the air, very teasing, and now fell in no man's land for a brief moment.
Lovely, Imad. Lovely, Imad.
Fielders thought they would have gotten to it, but they didn't.
You sometimes wonder whether the risk was worth, because he was looking to blast it and eventually very nearly out, and now what's the return? Only a single. He could have done it with far more risk involved.
Just to get back to that point I was making, you know what I find that when the batsmen, most batsmen can't get the boundaries, they soak up a lot of dot balls. Because they just boundary deliveries present itself, and that to me is not the way to go. Any good batsman can rotate the strike, work the balls in the gap, and when the boundary balls come, you take the boundaries.
Wonderful over. Just 5 runs off it. He's finished his spell, Imad Wasim. It's 106 for 4, 15 gone.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, play your drum. Let's one expert, yes it's right. We are gonna win tonight. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. We are gonna win tonight.
.07 the current run rate. Well, they will be looking to get to the 150 mark, so they've got 5 overs left. Need to go around 8 or over 8.5 would be handy. Comilla Victorians need to just ensure that Zakir stays in the middle. He's done well so far. And that short pitch delivery allows him to circle round. Feel that maybe not where he intended. Either way of that fielder in the deep, it would have been 4 runs.
So the last 5 overs of the innings, Comilla Victorians in the previous game lacked firepower in the latter stage of the innings. Someone like Zakir Ali needs to carry on. He's on 34 of 29. Mossadegh, the new man in.
He doesn't have much time to settle down, does Mossadegh. Not quite there, and it's all right. Reza, if he feels uncomfortable with that run-up, it's better to abort, ensure that he doesn't overstep or give a loose delivery. Maybe the batters don't always like that, but it is an option for the bowlers. Oh, that came back in. That little bit of a shimmy attempted to upset the rhythm. Didn't catch the eye of Reza. Did well to keep it in line.
Reza Rahman Raj has been impressive so far in the tournament. He's managed to generate some sort of pace and also hit the deck hard. It's a good day today at the home of cricket in Mirpur. Sun is out there, so is the crowd. Good to see young kids coming in.
Short pull away now. How far has that gone? Over. I thought initially maybe the timing was a little alright. We're going to check for the boundary there. But whatever it is, that was brave. Zakir, as we anticipated, is going to try and get a move on here.
Initially, it didn't look that he got hold on to it, but he got enough to clear that fence. This looks a sixer to me, and it is confirmation there by umpire Masudur Rahman Mukul.
Just where he struck the bat, where did maybe upper part of the bat, thus giving an impression that he didn't quite get hold, but it's the swivel. Goes again now. That is fortunate. Very lucky. If he got a feather, it might have gone to the keeper's hand, but it's gone over for another boundary.
Well, you can see Zakir Ali's intention there. He's going to go after the bowling now. Yes, it was short there. He went for another pull. He will take it.
Needed to just shift gears, and Zakir Ali has done exactly that. With a 6 and a 4, the Comilla Victorians will be a little more pleased with the proceedings to not get carried away. Good delivery. Yorker Leng did well to dig it out. Went through quickly for the first one, back comfortably for the second.
It's very good running between the wicket by Zakir Ali. He's been in very good form recently. That's his highest score in the BPL. Scored 2 consecutive hundreds in the Bangladesh Cricket League first class competition. Look at the running between the wicket there. Immediately realizing there was a couple there. And that's good running. Talking about Zakir Ali, he was part of the 2016 Bangladesh Under-19 World Cup squad. And so far, that's his highest score today. But he's been in fine form, as I've mentioned. Scored 200 in the Bangladesh Cricket League and been promoted at number 5 today.
Nicely guided away. There is some protection there. Oh, just end that overthrow. That's tardy. That is uncalled for. You can see the keeper there not quite happy. Couple of runs to finish over number 16 at 122 for 4. It's time for the At 122 for 4, it's time for the... At 122 for 4, it's time for the... At 122 for 4.
Right away wanting that review. Now this is interesting.
At 122 for 4, it's time for the...
সেরা দাম এবং সেরা অফারে
आपको बताया था कि ये विकेट जो है बॉलिंग करने के लिए काफ़ी बढ़िया है और इसी के चलते जो है टीम ने दोस्तों चेज करने का फैसला लिया।
এই মুহূর্তে 128 5
Mohammad Nabi. Batter. Again, the short pitch delivery. Ahmed tried that, but really seemed that Nabi was anticipating it and hooked it away for 4 runs.
Boundary to get off the mark for Mohammad. Again, another shot from Mohammad inside the circle to do just down and get that boundary.
Beats the bat. 128 for 5. Never really an up for 5 batters in the 7.53 run rate. Full toss. The prize batter, all he could do is just put some back, find the angle to take it away. Well, have a look at the demise of Mossadegh. Tried to reach that one. He did that even the previous delivery. This time trying to drag it, but in the process, hold out to Najmul Hussain Shanto. Simple enough for him to gobble it up. It's just that partnership building has been nipped in the bud. And Zakir in the meantime has got to his 50 of just 35 balls. Needs to stay till the end of the innings. Been very impressive, Zakir Ali. Now likes to pull forward of square.
Rightly mentioned, Shaheen, Zakir Ali needs to stay there as he's the man in good touch. Scored his 50 of 35 balls, 2 4s, 3 6s, strike rate of 142.9. So he can utilize this last 3 overs, take as much strike as he could and go after the bowlers. That won't be easy for the newcomers to come in and just go after the bowlers right away.
Goes again, upish, and just lucky. The fielder could have done a little better in trying to go on attack. The ball seemed to hang back for a more safety option of saving the runs rather than trying to get and take that catch.
Talking about Comilla Victorians' lack of firepower, in the previous game against Rangpur Riders, they were chasing 177. They lost 6 wickets, scoring just 23 runs in the last 5 overs. So they need to work the cutout.
Oh, another full toss. And once again, I felt that they could have done better with that. Mohammad Nabi, such a wealth of experience, was telling himself that's a missed opportunity.
Surely he will feel disappointed. Wealth of experience, 3 matches. As for Comilla, 165 or maybe.
Peshrab Zakir, just a pickup shot. 2 fielders converging, doing well. Getting to a couple more runs. The boundary that has been rather elusive in this over. 6 of the first 5 balls, so there will be that bit of pressure on Zakir. Sometimes if there's a good delivery, I think it's worth just biding your time. Still got a couple of overs after this. You've got Mohammad Nabi at the other end. You can depend to go on. So doesn't really need to take too many risks. Wadish wild swing. Swing and a miss. 18 overs done. 134 for 5. Coming to in his feet. Coming last over. Well, slapped that away. He was a little cramped for space because that initial movement was towards the offside. Well, the 50 from Zakir has been really the highlight, and we're watching highlights of that innings. Some lusty strokes, just of 38 balls. 3 sixes, couple of balls, and 3 big ones. Really packs the punch with that swivel round. Just time it well. Again, that shuffle away. And again, the bowler alert to that. Bowls it further wide, away from his reach.
Zakir Ali has played really well all across the ground. Scored his maiden BPL 50. Been in good form recently in the domestic circuit. And being promoted at number 5, batted at number 7 on the previous game.
Stands his ground this time. Yorker Leng. This has been splendid bowling by Mohammad Amir. It's just adjusted to the requirements, the initial movement of the batters. Well, we've had tremendous enthusiasm for the Bangladesh Premier League in Dhaka, and the fans have turned out in numbers, and we have one of the contenders for the most enthusiastic BPL fan, and you know, you might end up from the not and some expectation from the bowler.
Once again, forcing the batsman to reach for it, bowling away from the right-hander, roll of the fingers there again, and Zakir Ali needed to clear that fielder. couldn't connect it properly, but he will get a couple. But they need more boundaries.
Yeah, the pressure has been created by Mohammad Amir. Exceptional bowling. Just 2 balls left in his over. Went away 3 runs so far. Zakir now tries a cheeky shot, it's a wide. But because of that initial movement, I think Mohammad Amir thought that he's going to bowl it wide. He was moving to the offside. A little disappointed that umpire gave it a wide, but pretty far away.
Yeah, there was some there. He wanted to be on and then go after one. Yeah, pretty there. It was a good call by the umpire.
But this is impressive from Mohammad Amir. He's tried, I think, 4 different types of deliveries already in this over, and realizing of thoughts, plans by the batter. And that is so good by a bowler in outthinking the batter. And in such a crucial over, you get just 5 runs away. That includes a wide. Tremendous. Very impressive. What can Nabi do? Wait for that slow one. And into the deep quite comfortably. Brilliant over. Just the 6 from it after 19. 140 for 5. After losing Liton Dash early, Malan and Shaukat Ali built up a little bit of a partnership. Malan not very comfortable, mistiming his run-out opportunities. But Zakir Ali has somehow done what Comilla needed. Last over coming up. Mustafi Mortaza cleans up. Oh, wild hoik by Mohammad Nabi across the line. Mortaza was in line and on the stumps, castling him.
Wicket to start the final over. Mashrafi bin Mortaza, that's experience. Coming around the wicket to the right-hander, creating that angle, forcing the batsman to go after him and hits the timber. Mohammad Nabi departs without making an impact for Comilla Victorians. He goes for 8. Comilla 140 for 6.
Have to come, Ronnie. Coming down.
The only change in the Comilla Victorians team today, Abu Haider Rani comes in. 149 runs. Needs to give more of the strike if he can. Just the strike back to Zakir. That pretty well, but what was needed has been done, because Zakir would much rather face the last 4 deliveries. This is Wiley from Mashrafi Mortaza coming around to the right-hander, using that angle and inducing Mohammad Nafi to go for a big hoik, missing the line completely.
I think that's very good captaincy as well from Mashrafi bin Mortaza. We have seen in the previous over Mohammad Amir bowling away from the right-hander, got 2 fielders on the offside, one backward a point and one deep cover. And once again, it's the same strategy working for Sylhet strikers. Mashrafi bin Mortaza not allowing the batsman to go after the bowler.
It's impressive to say the least. Bowling his fourth over, 1 for 26. He started off brilliantly. The first over in the previous game had a lot of shape. The overhead conditions not very really conducive to that, and his realization of that, and just depending on the slow ones, the angled deliveries, very intelligent bowling. Shuffle away, gets the inside part, and another dot ball. So Sylhet finishing on a high with their bowling appreciated by the dugout. The last 2 overs of a T20 innings can be quite a bit of pressure, bring a lot of pressure on the bowlers, but they've done well in the last 2.
That's some outstanding death over bowling by Sylhet strikers. Mashrafi bin Mortaza, wealth of experience. Abu Haidarani goes for it. Will it clear the fence? It does. Finally a 6.
Well, he made that initial movement outside the off stump, that shuffle across, tried to bowl it away. You can see the movement, maybe not from this angle, it was deliberately to the right, and then the full swing of the bat got enough to take it over. You can see the angle here. Mashrafi realized and tried to bowl it further away, but oh, nicely done. The last ball coming up in this Comilla Victorians, and this is will little tickle, well done. Big to finish that. Yes, I thought maybe they were pondering it. They have gone off for the review. Well, it'll be worth a watch. See the angle of the ball. Well, striking outside, leg pitching outside too. I think there's been no signal. The umpire realizing there might be a review taken. It might add a single, possibly pitching outside leg. Yeah, just about even striking outside leg. Pitching flush though, and the decision is going to be a leg by, I think, and
scored 7 of 43 balls, helped Comilla Victorians to post 149 for 6.
the needed consistent partnerships which didn't really come. Shoikat and Malan putting on 28, 53, very good one by Zakir, and 25 of 18 within Zakir Ali and Mosaddek Hussain. The bowlers have done well. 2 each for Tisara Pereira and Mohammad Amir. Amir in particular very impressive, very economical, and 1 wicket for Imad and Mashrafi Mortaza. So we've got the chase coming up. Need 150 runs from 20 rate of 7.5. Well, we're going to take
आप करोगे नहीं हिम्मत भाई, आप इधर करोगे और फाइन लग जाओगे। That's it off. Coming down.
Well, this partnership has built nicely. 23 off 21. At 3. 21 off captain. Left-hander.
They'll be hoping that they can get it 160.